Welcome back to our reading. The book is The Reluctant Dragon, written by Kenneth Grahame in Scotland in 1898. And the boy has just heard that St. George is coming to town, and he ran up the hill to talk to the dragon. And we're on night number 5, and here is what the boy has said. "It's all up, dragon," he shouted as soon as he was within sight of the beast. "He's coming. He's here now. You'll have to pull yourself together and do something at last." The dragon was licking his scales and rubbing them with a bit of house flannel the boy's mother had lent him, till he shone like a giant turquoise. "Don't be so violent, boy," he said without looking around. "Sit down and get your breath, and try and remember that the noun governs the verb, and then perhaps you'll be good enough to tell me who's coming." "That's right, take it coolly," said the boy. "Hope you'll be half as cool when I've got through with my news. It's only St. George who's coming, that's all. He rode into the village half an hour ago. Of course you can lick him, a great big fellow like you. But I thought I'd warn you, 'cause he's sure to be round early, and he's got the longest, wickedest looking spear you ever did see." And the boy got up and began to jump round in sheer delight at the prospect of the battle. "Oh, dearie, dearie me," moaned the dragon. "This is too awful. I won't see him, and that's flat. I don't want to know the fellow at all. I'm sure he's not nice. You must tell him to go away at once, please. Say he can write if he likes, but I cannot give him an interview. I'm not seeing anybody at present." "Now, dragon, dragon," said the boy imploringly, "don't be perverse and wrong-headed. You've got to fight him sometime or other, you know, because he's St. George and you're the dragon. Better get it over, and then we can go on with the sonnets. And you ought to consider other people a little too. If it's been dull up here for you, think how dull it's been for me." "My dear little man," said the dragon solemnly, "just understand once for all that I can't fight, and I won't fight. I've never fought in my life, and I'm not going to begin now just to give you a Roman holiday. In old days I always let the other fellows, the earnest fellows, do all the fighting, and no doubt that's why I have the pleasure of being here now. But if you don't fight, it'll cut your head off," gasped the boy, miserable at the prospect of losing both his fight and his friend. "Oh, I think not," said the dragon in his lazy way. "You'll be able to arrange something. I've every confidence in you. You're such a manager. Just run down, there's a dear chap, and make it all right. I leave it entirely to you." The boy made his way back to the village in a state of great despondency. First of all, there wasn't going to be any fight. Next, his dear and honored friend the dragon hadn't shown up in quite such a heroic light as he would have liked, And lastly, whether the dragon was a hero at heart or not, it made no difference, for St. George would most undoubtedly cut its head off. Arrange things indeed, he said bitterly to himself. The dragon treats the whole affair as if it was an invitation to tea and croquet. The villagers were striking homewards as he passed up the street, all of them in the highest spirits and gleefully discussing the splendid fight that was in store. The boy pursued his way to the inn and passed his way into the principal chamber, where St. George now sat alone, musing over the chances of the fight and the sad stories of rapine and of wrong that had so lately been poured into his sympathetic ears. So the village has been telling him stories, I guess, huh? Okay. All right. So that is where we'll end the fifth night.